is fantastic. So now we are going to get into the last look of today's bonus buy. And that is the Affinity Gems Precious Gem and White Zircon Tennis Bracelet, set in sterling silver. Now, today's bonus buy, you all know that it's QVC 2's best deal of the day. It is an expiring price. And that's why we have to take advantage of this beautiful piece right now. It's item number J397343. So normally, the QVC price would be $274.25. The comparable retail value, if you see there, is almost $300. We're bringing you this piece today for under $200, 5 easy payments of $40. Sapphire, we had a third gemstone available, which was the genuine natural sapphire, and that one already has sold out on the day. We started the day with 1,200, and we only have 200 to go around in every color, Jen, in total. Okay, so these are just gorgeous, genuine, natural gemstones. In the option that you're seeing right there on the camera, this one right here is the ruby, and it is oval prong set gemstones alternating with round prong set white zircon in this classic tennis bracelet channel set. So this one we're looking at right there is the genuine ruby, and then it also comes in the emerald color, the emerald gemstone with the white zircon in the middle. Sizes small, average, and large. Small is a 6 3/4 inch fit, average is 7 1/4 inch fit, and large is an 8-inch fit. So Affinity Gems is an exclusive signature collection to QVC that offers the highest quality designs and the highest quality gemstones from around the world. And to speak more about Affinity and Affinity Gems, I want to welcome in my friend, gem expert and diamond expert and expert all around, Mr. Jeff Mosley. Hey, Jeff, welcome. How are you?
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too. I'm happy to see you. You had a long day yesterday.
Yeah, but you know what? It's awesome. I mean, surround me with gemstones. I'll take a long day any day. And right here, right now, this is the final presentation, as you said, and this is an incredible value, an incredible opportunity. So I guess let me just jump right in here with a great story, if you don't mind,
Yes.
about these gemstones. So as you mentioned, there were 3, now we're down to 2. I believe we're about to be down to 1 or none here in a minute. So I want to just mention how this came about. So about 2 years ago, we were working on a plan for a today's special value on QVC's main channel, and that was going to be tanzanite, it was morganite, it was aquamarine, and blue zircon. It was with one of the biggest gemstone dealers in the world that has all those exotics. As we finished up that particular plan, I said to them, I said, do you have anything special? I want to do something special for her. I want to do something special for our wonderful QVC collectors. So myself, along with the buying team, we met with them, and long story short, the gentleman we work with went to his father. His father is kind of not in the business anymore, but has a collection. And in his vault, he had, and this is unbelievable, he had a special parcel, a package of emeralds. And we said, wow, what is this? He said, I'll tell you, it's been in my vault for over 30 years. I bought it, way before that as well. I'd love to do something with QVC. Of course, we were excited. So what he had in his vault, it wasn't Zambian emeralds. Those weren't even discovered yet. It wasn't the Colombian emeralds, but it was kind of what you call old school gemstones. It was the original Brazilian emeralds that we used to love to find. So what you see on your screen right now is a natural, untreated Brazilian emerald, and every other stone is going to be your white zircon. White zircon is a 4-billion-year-old gemstone that is doubly refractive. It's twice the fire as a diamond. So this is an extraordinary opportunity for those that love emeralds, those May babies that have been just waiting for years to get your gemstone of your month, the emerald. It is here now in sterling silver, covered in rhodium from the platinum family. It looks like a $3,000-4,000 bracelet if it were diamonds, emeralds, and gold. But we saved you money by, number one, working with one of the biggest stone dealers in the world, and number two, we use zircon and we use sterling silver and we covered it in rhodium. So an amazing opportunity for emerald lovers for sure.
Wow, that really is an incredible story, Jeff. That how we came about these stones to be able to offer them to everyone at home, and talk about how we always say now, like for collectors. Well, if for gemstone collectors in general, right? But emerald collectors, this is probably something that they don't have in their collection. So this is definitely a great piece to pick up. And
Yeah,
only 70 available.
most people don't have emeralds. Most people don't have rubies. So when we talk about rubies, the beautiful red stone in this bracelet, let me just kind of touch base on that, because the rubies you're going to see in a moment, these rubies are genuine natural rubies. They come from Mozambique. Mozambique is a wonderful, rich area of gemstones. The Mozambique belt in Africa is where you find loads of beautiful gems, sapphires, rubies, the garnets. Not far from there, you'll find your tanzanite. But these rubies are unique, because what I love about it is a lot of people say, well, I thought rubies were just like red. No, rubies, really good rubies, should be more like a fuchsia color. Because if it were just
Oh.
plain old red, it's most likely an imitation, or it's going to be a lab created, or maybe if it's truly red ruby, then it's probably going to be in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay. So this is what you're looking for in a natural ruby, that kind of a raspberry fuchsia color. And it's going to have those beautiful, almost like a fluorescent color coming out of that ruby. And that's what you see here. So these are this July babies. Here's your birthstone. You got a couple days left in the month. Actually, only one day left in the month. So you might as well go ahead and celebrate your month of July with your beautiful rubies right here, right now. Again, surrounded by zircon. Zircon is one of the oldest gemstones in the world, most historic gemstones, 4 billion years old. And here we have it for you. If you're tuning in with us right now, what an opportunity for everybody.
Wow, it really, really is. I mean, now, speaking of each and every one of these, well, the sapphire is already gone, and now we're talking about the emerald. But I'm always curious about what we talk about when it comes to the color matching of the stones, right? You have to.
So absolutely. And one of the most challenging pieces of jewelry, not one of, but the most challenging pieces of jewelry is a bracelet. A ring is actually quite simple. It's 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4 stones. But when you get into an pendant's usually 1 or 2 stones. Earrings are usually 1 stone. But when you get into a tennis bracelet, it always has the most gemstones. So it's a very tedious process. And I've done it myself. I've watched people do it, and I would much rather watch than do it. Because, I mean, when you take thousands and thousands of gemstones and you put them in these white trays in front of you, it's almost like like just little grooves. It has to be pure white so you can tell the color. You have special lighting to bring out that color, and you line them up. And just, if it's a fraction off of the color, you keep moving them up, moving them down, moving them down, and then you have a master selection in front of you, like a master set. So you make sure that they all fit within your master set. If they're too light or too dark, or if they have too many inclusions to take away the beauty, you set them aside. So it's a very tedious process just to filter down to the right stones to then go to manufacturing.
Wow. Yeah, that's definitely a tedious process. So less than 200 to go around in both colors, or in just one color, Jen? Altogether, less than 200 to go around. And we are bringing you these genuine natural gemstones in the tennis bracelet, which is right now the coolest style. I mean, it's always been in style, right? But right now, I feel like it's like the coolest type of bracelet that you can get is the tennis bracelet at this amazing, incredible price of under $200, 5 easy payments of $40. And these are the big, well, before when we had the sapphire, but they're known as the big 3, right? The big 3 genuine, precious gemstones: the ruby, the sapphire, and the emerald, right, Jeff?
Absolutely. This is basically the foundation of the gemstone business, the foundation of gemstone collectors. So if you do not have emeralds, rubies, and sapphires in your collection, I would challenge you and ask you to consider at least one of these. Go ahead and check one off the box because you're not going to find emeralds and rubies of this caliber, this clarity, this color, the wonderful manufacturing. And I love the way you're showing the flexibility of the bracelet because you can have the most beautiful gemstones, the rarest gemstones, but if it's not comfortable, you're not going to wear it. It's going to sit in your jewelry box.
Right.
So one of the things that I take great pride in is that this is the same individual and the same company that manufactured this bracelet. They're the same ones that I use when I manufacture my designer lines and my pieces in my collection that I have done for QVCs a few times. So I'm very picky with it. And if it's that flexible around your finger, imagine how flexible it is and how comfortable it is on your wrist. So they're individually, every single stone is individually hinged, individually set, individually mounted and connected. So therefore, a lot of people will try to use 3 or 4 gemstones per section, and it ends up like a railroad track. It's like not comfortable at all.
Yeah.
This is incredibly comfortable. It's incredibly fluid, and I know that you'll appreciate it, ladies.
Absolutely. Exactly. It's so flexible. It's so comfortable. It's lightweight. Because I have it on, and I love the clasp is amazing. It has that double-sided closure on the sides, so it's so secure. And let me open up the emerald over here so that we can play with that one as well. So when we're talking about I want you to explain to us our partnership with the GIA, because that's very, very important that all of our stones have to go through an inspection with the Gemological Institute of America.
Absolutely. So the Gemological Institute of America is the GIA, located in Carlsbad, California, and also in New York. And this is a nonprofit organization that has been around for many years that really helps to regulate a lot of the issues in the jewelry business. And they maintain a lot of the quality control in the jewelry business. They're the leading in the educational side of it for all the graduate gemologists and diamond certifications, colored stone, pearl certifications out there. So we actually had partnered with them many years ago. And when I say partner with, basically what we did was we have an agreement that any of our vendors, suppliers, wholesalers, miners, anyone that wants to bring jewelry to QVC, if it's a genuine gemstone or a diamond or pearls, they must send what we call samples of parcels. They must send samples of their parcels to the GIA. They must be tested and come back and show us the paperwork that they're legitimately are what they say they are. Because we have to, we're putting our name on the line.
Right.
So even though we purchase these from vendors, suppliers, miners, wholesalers, things like this, it's still QVC's name on the line. So we want to make sure that the GIA looks at every stone, every diamond, every gemstone, and that we can back that up and say, hey, it absolutely is a ruby. It absolutely is a Brazilian emerald. These are 100% beautiful, natural white zircons. It is 925 sterling silver. We absolutely covered the sterling silver in rhodium from the platinum family. So all of that, you can be rest assured, has been taken a look at. You can shop with confidence, and I love that about QVC.
That is incredible, and you don't know if you get that when you go into a regular like a jewelry store or whatever. You don't know, or they might tell you, but in this case,
well, no, I've been in that business, and
yeah.
I used to work with a lot of them. I used to call on them and take care of them and motivate them and market with them, and I was working with a few brands and so forth. And if you've got beautiful jewelry and you walk in and open up that trunk, that case, and say, hey, I'll sell you these at such and such price if you'll put them in your showcase, most of the time they love it because it's on consignment. They'll take it in, they'll try to sell it. They're not asking you for paperwork, documentation, things like this. But when you have the electronic retail world, we're on television with millions of homes, and our reputation is at stake, we make sure that we will cover all the details. We want you to be able to shop with confidence from the comfort of your home. We want you to feel like we're literally, I want you to feel like I'm sitting next to you on your couch and I'm explaining to you all the details. I want you to feel like you can touch it and feel it. I want you to feel confident that you're making a good purchase. I never want anyone to feel uncomfortable with anything they purchase in the jewelry world at QVC.
That's wonderful. And to that point, we also have free exchanges